Hello everybody and welcome to One Player. Today we're back with the PnP Solitaire board game design contest, and we've got another entry right here on the table. This is Hatchlings. If you are not familiar with this series of videos, myself, Veselko Kelava, and Chrissy from McLaughlin have teamed up to cover all of the entries into the BGG Solitaire Print and Play contest. With that said, these are not the finished articles, rather they are games in process, but we thought we'd start to cover them and try to get all of them done by the end of the contest, which is around October, November time. So we're starting early, but there's going to be, last year there was a lot of entries, so we're hoping to try and cover every single one. Now, I'm going to leave links in the descriptions to the other two channels that are taking part. Please go show your support, go watch the videos, the playthroughs. I've already done some great playthroughs already. And go subscribe, go drop likes, go tell them how lovely they are, etc. And here, today we're going to be playing, yes, Hatchlings. This is a delightful puzzle game featuring these delightfully coloured paper tokens. Now, if you've been following the One Player channel for a little bit, you'll know that I do really enjoy print and play games, but you might have noticed that I've also stuck to things that I can literally just print out on a sheet of paper and write on, or use a doodle on, or whatever. And I haven't really got into the whole construction thing. Well, cutting these out and colouring them in was my kind of first foray into that whole construction thing. It was a lot of fun. I'm not the most crafty of people, but I've got some markers, got my little paper cutter out, got some card and whatnot, and this was really cool. And I thought it definitely didn't. Certainly, you could play a non-color dependent version of this by using the symbols that are on the tokens, but it definitely relies on the color to be well, obviously visually appealing, and a lot more fun. So anyway, we've got these colored tokens, and they're all going to go into a opaque container. Again, for those of you who have watched the channel for a little while, you'll recognize Picard's head. So they're all going to go and sit in there. And how about you watch the construction while I get things set up? If you want to skip, then go right ahead. I'll leave a link to the start of the playthrough in the description. All right, 3, 2, 1, bye. And we're back. So what we've done is we've placed 3 of these tokens onto the board in the corresponding A, B, and C spaces. Some of these are poison, some of these are food. We do not know which is which. Now it's our job to place the hatchlings into the hatchery. And basically the aim of the game really is to, and I'm going to take care not to look at these. The aim of the game really is to fill this ship, this I suppose you could call them colonists. Do I start on the bottom or the top? I forget. Ascending number order. Okay, so yes, 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, yeah. So some colonists have come to our planet. We are going to tell them to get lost by essentially, well, taking over their ship and yeah, just doing what hatchlings do, I guess, which is repopulate and multiply and thrive. I think. So what I'm doing here is filling the hatcheries with tokens. This is essentially these are like our available tokens that we're able to place on the board. So from each of these number 1 spots, the very top of the hatchery, are the tokens we can choose from. And then every time we do place a token, we kind of shift the other ones up. I think I have to, I'm going to have to put this back in the bag. Yeah. We can't have 3 of the same kind touching. That's a bad thing. All right, there we go. All those are going to go back into Picard's head, ready for drawing. And so yes, we start by placing one of the wildcard hatchlings, which is this fanciful multicolored token, right in the middle there. That's our kind of our entry point. Now each tile that touches the adjacent hexes has to be the same color. Then from then on, they have to be touching at least one tile of the same color. So we could put red here and red here, for example. Well, I'll just start playing. So I'll just put red here, and that's, you know, that was the example I was going to use. So there you go. Now we've got an empty space in the right hatchery. We're going to move them up, and I suppose we'll go, oh, I don't know, we'll go this side. So we're going to move up from the left. We're going to move this one up from the left too, and then we can either choose to shift this one out the middle or draw a new token. So I could shift this and draw a new token into 5, or I could draw a new token into 4 straight away, which is what I'm going to do. And you will have noticed that as I was throwing them around at the start of the game, some are double-sided to be different, and some are double-sided to be the same. Although mostly, I think they're pretty random. Yeah, so most are different colors. We are able to either in a turn place, like I just did, or mutate, which is to flip one over. So if we've got one that doesn't really work, we can flip it and kind of take a gamble and hope that we pull something better. Anytime that there are 3 touching hatchlings of the same variety in our hatchery, that is a bad thing. That's overcrowding. We have to remove one of them and replace from the pot again. And then these 3 tokens, as I mentioned, are either poison or food. So we're going to have to get to them at some point, but we don't know which one is which. There is a total of, I think, 12 or 10 maybe of these, so 3 of them have been chosen and placed down without looking, obviously, at random. So I don't know which one is which, and we could be, it could be either way. Let's just get on with it, stop waffling on. We'll do this, and we'll just start spreading out from the wild card, I think. And I rather like the idea of going green here. So let's... Picard is helpful, but he's not actually that great to pull things from. He's got, like, his eyes create these little angry-looking hooks in the front of in the front of the container. All right, we've got green. So actually, that's good. No, that's fine. Yes, that's good. Green is good. Green is okay. So we can place green, I guess, again down here, and we're just going to fill in all of them, I guess. Why not? Do we want red again or green again? Let's go green again. We've got some wild cards coming through. Those are... I found them, in the couple of playthroughs I've done before this recording, I found them actually quite challenging because of the rule that you have to touch, you have to line them up with the adjacent sides. You can actually put yourself in a bit of a pickle when placing them in the middle, because, then you're really stuck as to what you're going to place where, and it can get quite tough. Let's place a yellow, shall we? And we'll place a yellow here, and then I'm going to place another yellow right at the bottom there, I think. Although... Well, either way I do it, I've got a chance of drawing a 3 purple, which is not going to be good. But, you know what, we're just going to go with it and hope I don't draw a purple. I drew a yellow, so that's nice. And then I'm going to throw a yellow down here, and I'll move my purple up to split that little cluster, but I'll keep it coming. Yeah, that's what I'll do. We've got another multicolored hex, so we're gonna have to start dealing with these eventually. I might just go and throw them in the corner, to be honest. Alright, let's fill in this bottom space here, and then why don't we, I suppose if I don't really have a place where I can put a multicolored hex very easily right now, so I'm gonna go with another red, I think, and then I've got a plan from there. Start spreading out. I'll fill this corner in. I'll come out this way. We've got 2 greens next to each other, so we should watch out for that. And I'm going to place this purple next to the multicolored hex. You'll see I'm kind of avoiding the food / poison traps because they make me feel nervous. And I guess I'll explain when it happens. But essentially, the larger the cluster of matching tiles there are, the bigger the chance, or the worse it's going to be if you pull over a poison of that color, because then they all get removed. So with that said, I suppose I'm going to go... Oh yes, and the grey space, I should say, is a wild card, so I can't put anything in this tile. I've already got a red over here, so I don't really want 2 reds, limiting my choice. But then the yellow is going to force me to play 3 yellows together, which isn't bad up here, that's fine. But again, it can be bad if this was a yellow poison hex, for example. All right, let's do it. Let's place our red, and we'll see if this is poison or hex. So it is a poison, but it's poison green. So luckily there's no effect, so we can safely put that to the side. Now you'll notice I've got multiple pieces of paper here, and that's because once we progress from this level, we move on to larger and more difficult ships where more and more of these tiles are placed. So right now we've only got 3 to deal with. I think on the last level there's like 6. Let's get a nice other green going up here. Maybe the wild card I can come and sit in here maybe. So we'll move a green over to this direction. And then I guess this green's coming up too, and hope this isn't green. It's not, it's purple. So yeah, I think green's looking good for me. I'm going to put it in there. And then let's get the wild card out, because then the wild card it's going to be green on this side and yellow on this side, so I'm going to pull my yellow into it. Yeah, I've thought this all through, guys. Thought it all through. Here we go. Wild card, we can rotate this any way we like, so we can shift the orientation. Of course, like you can't flip anything. The wild cards are the same on both, but you can't flip anything, obviously, as you're placing it. Yeah, so then I've got a yellow to place here, and that will complete my the right-hand quadrant of my ship. I suppose it's really a 3-sided shape. Is that a trident? Is that what that's called? No, can't be. Quadrant. I don't know. What's something divided into thirds? What's that called? I mean, I guess a third, but you know, I'm just gonna expose my lack of mathematical knowledge, geometry knowledge. Oh my god. All right, let's. Oh, jeez Louise. Let's do this and hope this isn't a yellow. Oh, it is a yellow poison. Okay, so well, you know what? At least we'll see this mechanism. So the poison trap is activated. We're going to remove the hex we were about to place, plus any adjacent hatchlings of the same type from the game. Oh my gosh, not even back into the cup. So those are just gone. That's pretty unfortunate. All right, I feel bad about this, but you know what? We're gonna keep chugging along. So let's move this up here, and we'll go blue. That seems fine. And we've got a yellow coming out. So I'm going to do yellow down here again, because that's our only option. But then I'm going to do purple, I think. Coming downwards, because then I'll have 2 choices, right? And then I'm going to do blue and red over the other side. And oh, I need yellow over here. I've got to remember that. Yes, okay. So let's do blue up here. Yeah, there you go. And then yellow, let's place to the right. Should we do a green? No, I don't have any green yet. Green is actually quite bad at the moment, isn't it? So unfortunately, that's going to probably stay there for a minute. Oh, that's not helpful whatsoever. Okay, so let's get a yellow over here to touch this wild card hex. And then what else do we want? Do we want a red? Yes, we don't want a green. Yes, we've already had this conversation. Pay attention. That's poor. All right, I'm going to probably try and mutate one of these, I think, at some point. Let's move our multi-hex up. Oh no! Hold on. Wait a second. We don't want to move our multi-hex up because that will create a 3. So actually, change my mind, and then hopefully we don't pull a green anyway. Which we don't. We've got multi. Now, there is 3 multis touching, but that doesn't count, thankfully. So I'm going to have to mutate this if I ever want to place it. Unless, actually, I guess I could place it in the wild card, which I hadn't really thought about until I just said it right now. But let's go red. And then we can go blue and purple. And we never want to place... I was thinking about putting a wild card up here, but then we never want to place a wild card because if it is a poison, then the poison affects every color, or at least like it's triggered. Any poison is triggered by a wild card. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So we don't want to do that. So I suppose let's mutate, and we'll just flip one of these over. So if this is the same on the other side, then it's unsuccessful and we have to remove it from the game. If it's not the same, then it's successful and that's good. So let's hope that it's either red or blue, pretty much. Purple. Okay, well that's fine too. Because we're going to put purple down here, given that we've got a lack of yellow tiles, given our earlier transgression. Okay, if I placed this here... If I place this here, this would have to be red and this would have to be green, of which I don't have any reds right now. So I think I'm going to go green in the wildcard space, but now I've got a definite wildcard coming up, so I'm going to have to think about this. That's my last token. No more tokens, so that's a bit worrying as well. Well, you know what? I've got a plan for the wild card. I've got a plan for the wild card hex. All right, so we can go here. That's grey, so there's no color requirement on that side. We're gonna go. Which way we're gonna go? We're gonna fill this with purple. We're gonna fill this one. Yeah, we're gonna fill it with purple, and then if I do that, purple like that. No. If I do it like that, this would be yellow and this would be blue, and that would be okay. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Oh, and now I've got nothing to fill it with, so I don't have to. I'll just keep moving up. So I guess I'll just move this one here. Yeah, okay, so let's do... This is going to be really tricky to do, isn't it? It's going to be really tricky to pull off. So I said here, yes, because then I've got... But then I've got a yellow to place, and I don't have any yellows on the board. Oh, goodness gracious. I have to start mutating things, but that's risky. Alright, tricky, tricky stuff. Alright, we've got a blue. Let's just get a blue out. We know we've got one more blue to take up here. If this is a blue poison, I'm going to be furious. I'll be fuming. Alright, here's my plan then. If I put this up here, we'll do blue there. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put that like that. So actually, this can be purple. Okay. Okay, follow me here. This will be purple. Then this can be purple or green. And then we've got two blues to go here and here. Yes, okay, I think we've done it. If this is a blue, I'm absolutely screwed. But if it's not, we're okay. Oh, it's not. Thankfully, it is a food token. So the food token... Whew, when we get the food token, we can either take all the hexes in the hatchery, put them back in the cup, and then re-deal them. Or we can reclaim hexes removed from the game, up to 4 of them. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because we've got 3 here, so I might as well. So then, let me think. I can put them back into the cup. Yeah, alright, so we'll just do that. Get rid of this, and alright, that's great. So blue goes here. I think we're going to win. I think we've won, actually. I think we've definitely won, because blue goes up here, there, and then green comes up here, right there, and that is successful. Whew. I felt like that was a bit close for a minute there. I felt like we were gonna... I felt like I was gonna run out of tokens. That's level 1. Yeah, it's a nice little puzzle, isn't it? Nice little brain burner. Should we do level 2? Go on, let's do level 2. Alright, YouTube magic. 3, 2, 1. Alright, and we're back. So, the one thing I forgot to mention is that at the end of the level, the colour or the type of hatchling with the most tiles, I keep trying to call them cubes, but the most hexes on the board. So, last time that was either green or blue, which had 5 of each. I just checked the video, I didn't remember that. So they had 5 of each, and we got to evolve them. So we get to choose one of those to evolve, and give them a trait. I decided to give my blue hatchlings the hardy trait, which allows them to be immune to poison traps, and we carry these through all the way through the various levels, the various campaigns that we're going to face, the various starships, etc. So now we've evolved our blues to be immune to the poison traps. We can also give them independence, so they can start placing them outside of the kind of first hex, and we can give them compactness, which means that a set of 4 results in having to remove one from the hatchery rather than a set of 3. So anyway, we've chosen hardiness, so any blue poison traps are null and void, and hopefully one of these 5 tokens I've gone ahead and placed on the board is one of them. So that would be great. Shall we get started? Yes, I think we shall. And yeah, well, I mean, I guess why don't we go for red over here? We're going for red, and we're right away sidling up to a potential trap. I think part of me wants to place a multicolored hex there, and even though it strongly increases my chances. It certainly would make things easier, wouldn't it? Because if I put a red in this space, I've got to put red on these 2. It strikes me that these ships have been quite cleverly designed to have these kind of dilemmas. Because it could be a food token, but it's most likely not. But if it's a wild card, it would just get rid of that wild card, and then I can just put another wild card down, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. Yeah, alright. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's put a wild card down. I'm going to do red, obviously. Oh, it's a food token. Well, then that gamble paid off just beautifully. So now I need to place a blue here and a purple there, and that's grand because that's what I've got at the top of here. So green's not going to be useful, unfortunately. So green's not going to be useful for a while. I suppose I could place it on the wild card side, because otherwise I don't really have. I mean, I guess I could. No, you can't. You can never have 2 wild cards touching, can you? Because then you can't. Because then I'd have to put a green and a purple in this space. So we can never have 2 wild cards touching. That's a rule I've just discovered. So I suppose if we put green here, that won't be terrible. It won't be the end of the world. So now we've got blue and purple to place, and another purple to go over the left here. So let's place our blue. That goes there. Purple can come in this direction. We're gonna put a green onto the second row. This token looks like it's got blood in it, but it wasn't a terrible crafting accident. Rather, it's just red pen. So sorry about the gore. What did I say we're gonna do? Yes, we're gonna put a purple down, and then let's get our blue into position with an. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because I didn't really want that wildcard hex. Oh, by the way, we can save this food token, so we can save it until obviously, because now we don't have anything removed from the game, so we can obviously save it until we have stuff removed from the game to play. Yeah, obviously, yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's play this blue, and I guess let's move up this green because then we can place 2 greens in quick succession. And I suppose... No, I've got a purple over here, so we don't need to move this purple. Let's just see what we get. It's another yellow. I don't mind that, because yellows can come down this direction. Alright, so let's place our green here in the appropriate wild card section. We're going to move up both yellows, and I think I will bring a purple into play. Let's see what we get. Oh, yeah. Well, it's the same, isn't it? If it's a yellow, then we're going to be screwed, but it's not. It's a green, so that's nice. So let's place our yellow down, our slightly oranged yellow. We're going to move another yellow up so we can come down this direction. Or do we place a... Could we place a wild card? It'd have to be green and red. Yeah, I'm going to place a wild card instead, because then instead of having this long chain of yellows, if this is a yellow poison, we'd lose them all. But if in this case, it would only be one. Yeah, okay. Good thinking, me. Wait, hold on. That goes there. This goes here. Green, you can come out because we're going to need you, I think, at some point. Probably. Yeah. All right. And we've pulled a red. So, all right, let's follow on from that plan. So we need a green here and a red here. We'll do... Let's get our purple out, and I suppose a red as well. No, we don't really have anywhere to... Oh, yeah. No, wait. We do need a red. We definitely need a red, so I'm going to place that there. Yes, okay. Oops. I saw both of those. Sorry. Come on, Picard. Purple. Okay. So, yellow cannot be placed right now. Green can be placed, so we'll go ahead and do that. And let's place him up here. Remember, blue is the immune. You know what? Maybe I'll explore with blue then, because blue's my immune color, isn't he? Blue's my immune color. So I'd like to have blue be the ones that... I'd like to have blues be the one that explores. But now I've kind of scuppered myself because I don't have any things to place. Oh, I've got purple. I can place a purple. But then not much else. Okay, purple, then blue. And then multicolored hex can go somewhere else. Alright, fine. Okay. Lots of forward... Like, you wouldn't think that you would... This reminds me of... I used to play a lot of board games with my grandpa. I think I probably mentioned that on the channel before. I used to play a lot of games with my grandpa, and we would always play these like abstract, like 70s tile placement games that really reminds me of this. You know, they'd have like kind of fanciful designs on it, and it would be abstract, but just the kind of, and obviously, you know, the theme of this is kind of less important to the actual just like puzzle aspect of it, which yeah, really, it's very, there's a like a real nostalgia playing this game, which is kind of funny because it's, you know, it's somewhat modern, somewhat new. Well, obviously it's new. Yeah, somewhat modern, you know, it's a new concept, I suppose. But yeah, there's something nostalgic about it, which I can't quite put my finger on. Right, remember we need a green down here, so I don't want to waste my greens too fast. But also I do need to get that yellow and that purple out of the way. Oh dear, that's bad. Alright, so we need to get rid of this. You leave the game, I'm afraid. Hope it's not another red. It isn't. So let's go blue up here. Expand my blue horizons. We're going to get a green down here on the left. There. We're going to get now 2 multicolored hexes after that, though, so we're going to have to think about where those are going. Oh my gosh, 3 multicolored hexes. Still can't place that yellow, which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? I need to probably try to work out if there's a way that I can get that changed. I don't think there is, you know. If I place, I mean, I guess I can place a multicolored hex right here. But then the chances of this being a trap are very high. So then I'd lose both purples, which is something I don't really want to do. So then do I... So then I could... If I place my green up here, then do this. This would be red. And then I have a wild card and a blue to place. Okay. That seems like a not a terrible strategy. It seems like kind of quite defensive. All right, let's do it. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna get this one up so I can bring in the red. left. Fill space 6 on the left. Of course, I can always mutate. I mean, I should probably mutate this. Let's mutate this. It's blue. That's actually way better. Yes, that was much better. Because I was like, why am I sitting waiting for that to change? Because it's never going to, and I'm not going to connect to yellow anytime soon. So then we've got a wild card up here and a red here. Well, I can place the red already, and if this is a red trap, then we're only losing 1, so that's not awful. And then I'll probably use a blue for this one. So shall we spring the red trap first or the blue one? Let's do red. It is another food token. Wow. Okay, well then I think we're in pretty good stead for the rest of the game. So let's move our purple up so we can start purpling over this direction. Purpling is now a verb. And we're going to blue over this direction. Wait, do we want 2 blues now? Ooh, question. Don't know if we've got many more blues. Well, we must have some more blues. Can we look in this? I think we can look in this. We've got 1 more blue. Oh, I guess we probably shouldn't look in that because then we know what's on either side. I mean, not that my memory is going to be that good. I promise. I've already forgotten what I've seen. Let's put blue there for now. And then this can be either obviously red or blue. Let's move purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 purples on the board. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one few. That's one too few. Although this could be green. Why don't we just get all the purples out, and then I'll place this red here, and then whatever can go here can go there because it's a wild card. Purples, you're coming out. You're green, so that's fine. Purples will go in here. Hopefully this isn't a purple. It's not. It's a green. Very good. So then let's do another purple. That's going to bring up a yellow though, which is not something I want. I suppose I'll mutate that. And another yellow. So let's do another purple. Hold on. Yeah, we can do another purple. We can afford to do another purple. Because all that's required right now is 1 green, 2 reds, and whatever. Sorry, 2 greens. 2 greens, 1 red, and whatever. So as long as we keep the wild cards out of the way, purple, 2 greens, 2 reds, and whatever. So I think the whatever is going to have to be a yellow, isn't it? And then we're going to have to mutate one of these. Can I mutate a cell? Can I mutate a hatchling that's already been mutated? Like, can I just turn it back if I don't like it? Don't know the answer to that question. Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh, well, there you go. So we've lost that one because of the 3 rule, right? So we've lost that one anyway, but we can get it back with our food token should we need to. Our yellows are useless at the moment, but our purples are not. So let's purple. Then we're going to red and purple again. We're going to red down here, and that's a blue food trap, so that is good. Or, you know, it's okay. And then we'll move purple up here, and green up here. I think we're going to do level 2, you know. Obviously it would be better to place a green or a blue there because we know that it's not a green or a blue food trap. Because oh no, wait, there's 2 of each, not 1 of each. Alright, never mind. So it still could be a green or a blue. I was thinking like, oh, we probably would want, yeah. But the question is, do I mutate this? Yes. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, so that's red. That's perfect. This comes over here and is our green, and then doesn't really matter what this is because, well, as long as it's not a yellow food trap, which it's not, it's a red food trap, and we've taken over ship number 2. Yes, all right. So now we're going to count up the thing that I forgot to do last time. We're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 purple. I think that's our most, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green. Yeah, so 6 purple. So then our next round, purple gets to evolve, and we can choose one of those traits. And then look at this contraption. So this has got 26 hexes with 6 possible traps. Let me go see yeah, I mean, this isn't. Oh yeah, I think on level 6 is an escape pod, so we have to cover up the escape pod within 7 turns. With the ship crew have escaped and will return with reinforcements to eradicate your hatchlings. That's great. Love it. Cool. I'm not going to do more levels because obviously this video will get very long, but that's the gist of it, and I definitely recommend printing this out, having a go, cutting out these hexes. It's worth it. Cutting out these hexes. You'll need I used what is this, 3/4 inch? Yeah, 3/4 inch punch to get the little tokens, and then just a nice pair of scissors to do the tiles, and yeah, that's the game. Oops, what was that? Blue? Yeah, I gotta remember purple because I'm gonna keep playing, but you're not gonna get to see. I'm just gonna carry on. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, this entry into the Solitaire Print and Play design contest. As I mentioned at the start, please do go check out the other 2 channels that are covering this event. Absolutely fantastic YouTubers and lovely content, and go and drop a big old smashing like. Hit the like button here. Do consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. We're going to be putting out probably one of these videos a week, and then I've got other solo board gaming stuff going on the channel in the interim. That is going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. This is Hatchlings. The link to the game thread will be in the description. And until next time, I will see you later.